Hello friends, this is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Okay, so I just did the 1010 reading for the 1010 portal, but I usually do Divine Masculine readings for Mondays, so I was just about to put all my decks up when I was just called to go ahead and do a Divine Masculine reading. So I'm using the Rainbow Warrior deck. This is going to be the overall energy, what goes on in the 3D world for your Divine Masculine at this time, what's going on in their soul as far as their ascension process and the connection, and then feelings for the Divine Feminine that they're not expressing. And then I want to do a card for what's coming in for them. So this is the Rainbow Warrior Activation deck. It's the 20 card. It's almost like Judgment energy. It feels like Judgment energy. Let's see what the book says. Freedom. Now we've seen freedom come up previously in some readings. Freedom is a way of life we choose for ourselves to offer to another. World history is littered with instances of the enslavement of people or the subjugation of ideas, as well as the stealing away of possibility or the denial of opportunity. Ultimately, however, we are charged with the responsibility of releasing ourselves from the bondage by which we are imprisoned. Attachment is a powerful dynamic we use to learn cooperation with the outer world. Detachment teaches independence of the inner world. True freedom, however, comes from transcending both, embracing a position defined by the complete acceptance of and the total surrender to the circumstances at hand. Okay, so this feels like detaching and freeing himself from a situation, from some energies that have held him captive in bondage. So think about your Divine Masculine and think about what kind of energies they may be for him. It may be attachment to money. It may be attachment to power. It may be attachment to another. It may be attachment to some, previous experiences in their life that they can't let go of. So freedom is becoming in the awareness that they need to liberate themselves from this, because they cannot ascend until they do. But they also have to surrender to divine will and know that this freedom that they are orchestrating for themselves in conjunction with the universe, with spirit, with source, is going to be for the highest and greatest good, not only of them. And they have an intuitive knowing that it's not just about them anymore. There's something more, something larger. And this freedom is a requirement. Their soul sovereignty is a requirement in order for them to step into their energetic flow toward their mission and toward what is they intuitively know is their grand purpose. Okay, so that's the overall energy, is this freedom. And I think we've seen that in a previous reading not too long ago. So let's find out what's going on in their 3D world. I'm going to pull from the Tarot of the Divine. So what's going on in the 3D world right now that may give us some indication that they are aligning the circumstances for liberation, for their freedom, to step into their sovereignty? I'm just hearing now that is one of the things that they admire about the Divine Feminine, is her lack of attachment now and being in her sovereignty. The Sun. This is definitely stepping into your soul sovereignty. This is Divine Masculine stepping in to his liberation, to his soul sovereignty, to his happiness, finding what it is that's going to bring the Sun into his life. Can we have more on that? Knight of Pentacles. The slow, deliberate process. I know, we all like, ugh, why can't he move faster? we all wish for our divine masculine to be liberated from what is holding them back. And this is a card that is happening. In some decks, the divine masculine is not on his horse, he's walking, or his horse is just, it's kind of stagnant. He's not stagnant. It's just a very slow, deliberate, methodical process of aligning things in order to liberate themselves. So it could be they have to align their finances. It could be that they have to align their work circumstances. Oh my gosh, here's the Two of Wands in the reverse, not knowing which way to go. You know, kind of meeting at that indecisiveness of saying, you know, I'm not sure if this is the right action to take. I'm not sure if this is how I'm supposed to move forward. You can see with this, the masculine here has kind of like two faces, not looking in both directions, trying to figure it out as he goes. That's why it's taking so long. He's having to kind of feel his way through this process, and it's not easy because he has to deliberate on each step to make sure it's the right one. And he's not mastered that yet. Four of Cups. He definitely knows that he needs to work on focusing more on the Three of Cups instead of the cup that has been unfulfilling. Definitely some empty cups here that have not made his emotional life happy. So he knows he needs to focus on something else, and that the universe has given him opportunity, but at the time he just wasn't ready. So now he's becoming more open to kind of surrendering to the universe's, I'm hearing occupation, but I think it means to his mission. Okay, so now I'm going to pull for what's going on at the soul level. Page of Cups. This is, you know, wanting to communicate, wanting to be open and transparent, wanting to be able to share these aspects of his journey. And if you can see in this card, look at the red cord that's wrapped around his legs. He's kind of tripped over. And I know that there's the legend or the myth or the belief that between souls, between twin flames, there is a red cord that attaches us. And it looks as though he's kind of got entangled in that cord and kind of been tripped up a little bit. Queen of Cups. This is what he's feeling emotionally. Now, we had the Queen of Cups in the reading that I did for the 1010 portal, but this is, he wants to reach out, but he also wants to feel energetically that it's safe to do that, because he is not a knight here. He is a page. He has no armor. He is vulnerable. This is new to him, and so it feels as though he wants, and for some reason this looks like Ursula off of The Little Mermaid. I'm sorry. But he wants to know that, you know, that it's safe, that his cup will be welcome. And look at the difference in the cups. The Queen of Cups is holding a golden chalice, whereas he's holding like a coconut, a half coconut. So he doesn't feel as though he has a substantial financial opportunity to offer. He doesn't have something that he thinks that she may value. Because he sees her as having the golden cup. And look, she's adorned with all of this jewelry. You know, she is well off. And even though she is the Queen of Cups, she is also demonstrating some Queen of Pentacles where she has abundance, and he does not feel like he has much to offer. This kind of feels like the little drummer boy, that, you know, he feels like there's not much of substantial value to offer, so he's reticent. He doesn't necessarily want to reach out because he feels that she might see him as, I'm hearing the word belittle. She may belittle his offer. So please be out of that energy. Please be the Queen of Cups in the true, authentic, divine Empress with divine grace. because he's feeling like this Queen of Cups, who is abundant, it might repel him. So be in that energy of reception. Seven of Swords. This has been coming out an awful lot. The Seven of Swords to me is kind of malicious intent or a sabotaging energy, but it also can mean that it is, there's some sort of like a derailment. There's just like, I don't know. Let's pull more on that. There's something about the Seven of Swords. It's very different. There's a part of him at the soul level that just wants to run away. Queen of Swords, yeah. Notice it's not the Queen of Pentacles. He feels as though she's just going to say, you know, I'm done with this connection. You know, you took too long with that Knight of Pentacles. You didn't free yourself from whatever was containing you or constraining you. And I just moved on. That is the fear that Seven of Swords is. He feels like that is what's keeping him from moving forward. And then we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, not the King of Cups. So now he's on the horse and he has this bird of prey with him. He's trying at the soul level to find the key to maturing, to his knighthood. He's not really ready to be a king because he's just now liberating himself. But at the soul level, he wants to be this knight. He wants to be your knight in shining armor. But he feels like you're going to see him as this page. That's what's going on at the soul level. Okay, so what's going on for his feelings? And I'm going to stick with this deck. Let's pull from, I want to pull from another oracle deck. This one, the Sacred Path. I'm going to pull a card for his feelings on the Sacred. I just lost my voice on the Sacred Path. So there's an indication there that there is some sort of, okay, we have two that just right off the top. Expansion, the storyteller, and Sundance, self-sacrifice. Okay, I'm going to just briefly summarize. I don't want to read, but the 29 card is the 11 card, and that's indicative of twin flame energy. The storyteller card speaks of expansion at all levels. You are now growing and encompassing. See, he's growing. Many new ideas if you have received this card. See which area of expansion needs your attention and feel your personal fire of creation. Create more and enjoy the expansion, knowing that you've earned it. So what he wants to say is, you know, he is feeling this expansion because of the freedom. He is shedding the constraints that have held him back. And he wants to be able to communicate that. Those are his feelings. And his feelings, because of the divine feminines stepping away and giving him the space to liberate himself, he feels this great heart expansion. So the Sundance card asks us to look at what needs to be sacrificed so that the sacredness of our lives may be restored. That's what he's liberating himself from. It could be that doubt or fear is trailing our dreams and need to be sacrificed so that our dreams may live. On the other hand, if some bad habit has limited our capability, that habit needs to be conquered. Recklessness and overindulgence can thwart the abundant life we seek if we do not rid those parts of the self. that represent our shadow. Okay, so this is definitely feeling that once this liberation happens, once he is no longer bound by these limitations and constraints, he then will have that opportunity to expand. And that is going to be an all-encompassing expansion. So let's pull a few cards on this, and then I'll pull another oracle for the incoming energy of what he may be experiencing here very soon. And we've been seeing this concept of liberation and freedom for quite a while in the readings, but remember, he is the Knight of Pentacles. It takes a long time to disentangle himself from, this situation or these circumstances or this relationship. It's a very complicated thing, and you would not want to be rushed through it either. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that's how he sees you, this abundance. And so we have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups, not the Queen of Wands. King of Pentacles, there we go. He wants to become the King of Pentacles in order to match the Queen of Pentacles, to be an appropriate partner. And that's what he wants to say to you, is this is what I'm working on. This is how I'm trying to liberate myself and set myself up for being able to be an appropriate match to the Queen of Pentacles. Let's pull one more. That's what he's feeling. He wants to be the appropriate match. 5 of Coins. There's a little bit of fear here. There's a little bit of fear that he's inadequate. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups again. There's a little bit of fear that he is not only financially, but also spiritually inadequate, that you are so much further along on your spiritual path that he may not feel as though he can match your frequency or be what you need in your soul. Okay, let's pull an oracle card from messages from your animal spirit guides and find out what might be coming in. I just saw the tiger. What might be coming in for the energy for the Divine Masculine over the next week? Blue Heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. So he is having to be in that 7 of Wands energy where he totally has to defend himself. And instead of defending himself now, he just needs to liberate without justification. He just needs to be able to say, I've got to do what's right for me. We saw this in the energies, the weekly energies that came, that I did that reading yesterday, Sunday. So that was within the full moon presence, full moon in Aries, and that Aries is action, taking control. And this is now no longer justifying, just saying, I've got to follow the voice in my soul. Okay. All right. So that is the Divine Masculine reading. So I hope that helps deepen your understanding. This could be for your counterpart or your twin flame, or it could be for the Divine Masculine within you. So if you check out the 1010 portal, the universe is removing the option of liberation for us. It is making us, it is taking away anything that is constraining us, because we are going to have to step fully into our power. So if this is for your Divine Masculine energy within you, check out that 1010 portal reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I am deeply grateful. Namaste.